So how do we find ourselves in some of these situations, or what could be the reason for some of these patterns in our lives? The first I would say is through spoken word. Words are very powerful. King Solomon said that in the tongue is the power of life and the power of death. To show how effective and how powerful words can be, God created the earth and everything in it by just saying, "Let there be." So we need to be very careful about how we speak of our lives and the lives of others, because these are seeds that we plant that end up germinating and bearing fruits. This is very common, especially for parents who end up cursing their children without their knowledge or out of ignorance, especially when they're disappointed or when they're very angry. The second is through sin. God would punish people severely as a result of living in disobedience. They would experience things like famine, barrenness, sickness, disease, economic hardship, defeat by their enemies, and even enslavement. The third is actually through no fault of our own. There was a man that had been born blind, and the disciples asked Jesus whether he was born blind because his parents had sinned. But Jesus responded by saying that it was actually no one's fault. That had happened in order that there would be a demonstration of God's power when his sight would be restored. The fourth I would say is through other spiritual practices, for example, witchcraft. I used to be very naive and very argumentative about the power of this kind of practices until I came face to face with the reality. The truth is that it happens a lot in workplaces, where people live, and even in businesses, where people out of jealousy try to stop good things from happening in other people's lives.